It's about the spa business. Do you really want to be a part of the spa world? Find out tonight. And if you're tuning in after the fact, drop replay in the comments and let us know what your takeaway is. Let us know. Hi, Brittany. New body formation. Oh, that's a cute name. All right, if you're hopping on now, definitely send this live out to your SD besties, spa professionals who you feel might need this or this can be useful too. I will also be sending this out to some people, so bear with me. What's today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Women Empowerment Wednesday. I hope you guys got a chance to practice some self-care today. And I'm going to bring my girl Brittany on right now. She is awesome. I'll be right there. Okay. Shay Monique, Sister to Sister Wellness. Hi, guys. Touch Not My Anointed. Hello. Guys, share this live with all the people you know. All the spa professionals. SD besties. Hi, E-Flow. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Women Empowerment Wednesday. Hi.
Happy
We haven't
Wednesday.
been on live together in so long.
I know.
How are you? Oh,
I'm great. How are you?
Cutting my head off. I'm good. I am Tay Macy. Oh my God. I'm gonna let Brittany call y'all name because
oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this part. Welcome in, ladies. Shay Monique,
Welcome.
E-Flow.
Yes.
This is I'm so sorry, girl. Welcome in.
Share the live, Brittany. Share the live.
Yes, let me share it. Welcome in, Irresistible. Hello, ladies.
And I'm relaxing. Brittany is in control. I'm just here.
Yes, you are. Let me send this out. So how are you, ladies? How's everybody tonight?
Evolution, the Beauty North. Okay. Hi, guys.
Yes, welcome in. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in, Mia. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to start off our Exa skin. That's so cute.
Yes.
So I'm going to start off. I'll introduce myself. So my name is Brittany. I am an aesthetic nurse located in Douglasville, Georgia, owner of Critically Aesthetic. And I am here with Abby.
Woo-hoo!
Abby, you guys don't know, but Abby is she is my first coach. And actually, I wasn't even on Instagram really.
I loved it. Brittany, I love Brittany. Before even Brittany went forward to doing great things that she's already, and I already knew she had it in her because I had that sixth sense, so to speak, and I already knew she would implement everything that she learned. But it was really funny talking to Brittany because she hated social media. She probably still do.
I still do.
And every time I spoke to Brittany, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm over it. I hate Instagram."
I know.
I'm like, no, just you got this. Now she's on live all the time.
I know.
But
it's not easy still.
But I'm sure I said it in the past, but I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
I'm so proud of everything that you're doing. Brittany and I connected back last October. She took my first subscription box class.
Yes.
And she went in and she did everything. She implemented everything and sold out.
Yep, and sold out, and still like I still get requests. I don't make much often just because I don't have the time, which is on the good side.
Right.
But and so when I do, like they just go so fast.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because
you
people just
definitely
like
have
that nice gift. You know what I mean? Where they're like, "Oh
exactly.
yeah, let me just go ahead and get my girlfriend a gift real quick," you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, especially today, people don't want to shop. People don't want to
Mhm.
think about, oh my God, what does my friend want for her birthday, for Valentine, whatever it is, like
Right.
Christmas. Like people want easy things. And
Yep.
you did a pop-up before, right? With the boxes.
I did.
Yeah.
The pop-up was a little bit different. It was the wrong pop-up for me. But nevertheless, I still did it. I learned from my that's what it's about. It's about
Yeah.
doing things that's out of your comfort zone to better grow your business. So that's what I did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the other thing about pop-ups, it's like a networking
It
opportunity,
is.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like even if you're not selling like all your items, you're not selling out, like you guys who are listening, if you guys are product, like if you have products and you go to pop up, just make sure that you're networking with the people who are coming in.
Right.
Make sure you're letting them know who you are, where you are, what you're doing, what your business is about, and collect all
Mm-hmm.
their information. And one of the best
Yes.
ways is like you can do giveaways. You can let them instantly enter into your email funnel, your text funnels while they're there, so that you can retarget
Right.
them. Yeah, because you're paying like usually it's not that much. I don't know about in Atlanta, but in New York it can run anywhere from like $120 to like $250 for a pop up, right? And
Right.
you have to think about it as like an advertisement budget or marketing budget, and just take full
Mm-hmm.
advantage. Like walk around the room, introduce yourself to people, even like the vendors, right? Because
Right.
there are different.
That's my favorite part is getting. I
Yeah,
mean, I love the customers too, but other business owners, the networking part, I love it.
yeah, yeah, and it's beneficial even if you gain like two clients, because they
Mhm.
have a lot of friends. Like you never know who they're gonna
Yeah.
sell, and you never know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
Um, you know. Hi, D. McAllister, Modern Silhouette,
Hi,
YCPR.
CPR. Your
Hi, Westchester.
face.
Hi, Westchester
Welcome,
Market.
guys. Thumbs up, scrubs.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thumbs up scrubs. Hi, girl. I need some scrubs, so I'm gonna hit you up. I need some scrubs. My scrubs are tired now.
Yes, hit her up.
All
So,
right.
Abby, let's introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi guys, thank you for being here. I'm so excited to do this with Brittany. I love Brittany. You guys already know. I always talk about Brittany. Thank you for doing this. My name is Abby. I am the founder of Esthetician University. For those who don't know, I am also owner of a beauty studio and spa located in New York. My specialty is Brazilian waxing. There's a story behind that. I started out as an acne specialist. Pandemic changed that whole course. So like when you guys hear the word pivot, like pivoting is so important. When I was
Mm-hmm.
able, when I reopened my spa, I wasn't able to do facials. So I threw waxing on the menu. Like I'm like, listen, we're gonna start promoting for waxing, and it definitely took off. And that's like the bulk of my clientele now. I don't even market for facials. It's on my menu. I do still get facial clients, but I promote market Brazilian waxes strictly.
Oh, you know what, Abby? I could never get the hang of the wax. Like,
Uh,
I'm just like that person who's messy and
it
just
takes
can't.
time
I
though.
can't get it. You know, it's a real. It for real. It's a skill that you really have to
Right.
learn, and
It it
it
is.
never
It
came
is.
to.
It takes time. It takes some time. And it's crazy because in school, no no one really liked waxing. I always did. Why I didn't go towards waxing right out of school, I have no idea. Um, and I'm saying this also to say that like follow your passion. If you're into like a
Mhm.
certain things, like because like for me, I used to follow a lot of people who did facials, like all the advanced classes were like facial classes and things like that.
Right.
Waxing is becoming more popular as far as like being an advanced course. So, you know, I was like in the chemical peels, microdermabrasions,
Mm-hmm.
dermaplaning. So like I did all of that. But like, you know, the world takes you, universe takes you wherever it takes you. So I
Right.
was there and the pandemic hit, and yeah, I was right back where I was supposed to be anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Physical beauty says she loved waxing.
oh, it's something for
Thank you,
everybody.
Kaito.
Because let me tell you, waxing is expensive to purchase. Then you have to buy all that stuff, and I'm
It
just
is.
like,
So is
whew.
what you do.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true.
Yes,
That
it
is
is.
true.
And that's
That
why I
is
tell
true.
like I feel that way about like lashes. It's for you or it's not.
It's definitely
There's
not
no
for
in
me.
between.
Mm-mm.
Cause I did
Yeah.
the lash training also, and I'm like, I did it for like 3 months. I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
this
I
is not
can't
for
do.
me.
It's time consuming,
It is.
and I just can't do it. The lashes I cannot do, and what is the other one that like just takes so much time? Oh,
I'm microblading,
microblading.
right?
I took a
Yeah, microblading.
microblading class, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this like I just don't have the attention span for that.
Yeah, and it's like
So
a lot of like artistry.
right, I'm like my attention span is not here, and then I can barely see in the lines when I'm coloring on paper. Like
You're
I
like,
don't think nobody gonna
yeah,
want my
let me not jack
brow.
your eyebrows up. Let me go
Right,
do some Botox real quick. I'll be back.
right.
No, that's awesome. Um, yes, the universe will move you. I hated waxing in school, and now I'm drawn to it. Says your face. Yes, yes,
The universe does move you, and that's what's great about our industry is that it's so many different levels that one you can specialize in, that you can focus on, and it's so
yes,
many things to do. You're not just limited to one skill. It's so many
exactly,
skills that you can do that I
exactly, and
mean,
that's the
it's just
beauty.
amazing.
It is. And if you get bored or you realize like this is not your thing, it's not your passion, like Brittany said, there's so many other things that you
So
can
many
do.
things. Man, it's so many things.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Okay. So Miss Abby said all these great things about her credentials and what she does for a living, but she did not mention her family. She wears that hat as a wife, as a mom.
Yes, I know, I know, I know.
And so, Abby, how do you manage like being a business owner, being a mom, being a coach, being a wife, and being just Abby?
It's definitely a lot. Some things are obviously are easier than others. So one of the other things, just because we're here, I'm being interviewed, we'll put everything out, right? So for me, so I have two kids, guys. So I'm married, yes. I have two children. I have a son who's 2, and I have a daughter who's 5. So you know, they're toddlers. It's a very busy life. I know, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you have a 4-year-old, right?
Yes, 4 and
So
8-year-old.
an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, so, you know, being an entrepreneur and a mom is a lot. So I work in the nighttime. I'm a
Mm.
stay-at-home mom. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people always ask me, and I can't, like, I'm terrible because I can't let go of my kids. And this is why
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a stay-at-home mom. So I do, you know, I do a lot of back office work in the nighttime. I come into the spa by appointment in the night, and then I'm like here all day Saturday and Sundays. But it's definitely still a lot because my son, like for my daughter, she's 5. Like I can tell her, oh, you know, go learn, go read, go do this,
Right,
go do that. My son, he's 2. There's no telling him that. So the
right.
balance is definitely hard. So this is one of the other reasons that I started the Get Back to You challenge recently. Because I feel like us as mothers, like we put
Mm-hmm.
so much time into our business, into our
Right.
children, into our husbands, into our family, in a whole, and then we forget about ourselves.
Yep.
But recharging yourself is so important. And I've been doing this challenge. Like I started it for myself, and I've invited other people to start the challenge as well. And like getting back to myself, like made like so much like shift and like so much and so many positive things that have been coming my way. And I'm like, yeah, like if I'm not recharged, if I'm not whole, if I'm not full, I can't give to my kids, I can't give to my husband, I can't give to my family, you know.
Right.
So getting back to you is very important. But like the balance, for me, you know, I try to wake up before my kids. My
Mm-hmm.
son, he's on his own. Oh, what's that saying? He rolled to the beat of his own drum or whatever. So he gets up
Mm-hmm.
like whenever he feel like it. But I do try to beat him up so I can do like, you know, back office work,
Mm-hmm.
stuff for Esthetician University, stuff for the spa. I am looking to hire an assistant, and I had an esthetician, but I just like put the job back online, so I'm looking for a new esthetician. You
You
know, so
guys
if
hear that?
anyone is
You
in New
located in New
York,
York?
but I would definitely say balance is just to, you know, take more time out for yourself. And Brittany is huge on organization, and I'm telling you guys, like that helps with like being more disciplined and just like being organized.
Mhm.
Because if you take every day and you're doing every single thing in your business every single day, it's a lot and you can get overwhelmed
Right.
fast. So I would definitely say one of the things that helps the most, which I'm still working on, is like choosing like certain days. Like I'm good with like my Sundays. It's like back office day. Like that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
But like choosing each day for like different things, like back office day, inventory day, you
Ooh,
know,
that's discipline.
super disciplined. And that's one of the biggest thing as an entrepreneur, especially if you're like a solo, if anyone of you guys are solos, is like discipline, because you don't have a boss telling you, okay,
Right.
you have a 2 hour break. Like, you know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit on Instagram, or are you gonna
Right.
do stuff, you know, to grow your business? So I would definitely say for the balance is taking time out for yourself is big, and just trying to wake up like early to do, you know,
Yes.
to you know, bring yourself back, meditate, because if
Mm-hmm.
you're not whole, you can't grow in any area of your life.
That is so true. That's one thing I do. I have to wake up early before my kids, because if I let my kids be my alarm clock, then I'm just not in a good mood. I'm
No,
like cranky,
exactly.
I'm fussing, I'm
It's true.
upset. And so I'm just like I have to wake up before them so
Yes,
that I can get my mind together.
exactly. And I was reading that I'll send it to you, but I just started following this um mom kid psychologist, something like that her name is.
Oh.
Is and I was listening to some of her stuff. Like she does like a lot of gentle parenting. And one of the things that she said a lot of times when we're reprimanding our kids, like it's not even them. It's like
Right.
us and like all the stuff that we have going on. It's our
Right.
emotions. And you know,
Right.
like your son picks up something and throw it across the room and you're like, oh my God, and, you know, you're like you don't
Right.
have the patience for it. But
Mm-hmm.
she's like a lot of times when we're reprimanding them, it's not even them, it's us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's like it's so important. Like so I've been like doing things like that and just like, you know, bringing myself back because I do want to like raise my kids in a certain way, like not the old
Yeah.
school way.
Yeah.
And then we just had someone who popped on and says, mommy first.
Oh, how about that?
Yes.
Yeah, let me tell you, struggling being a entrepreneur and a parent, it is a struggle. I even take Sundays off. Like on Sundays, like if it's not like my virtual assistant is posting, it don't get posted
Yes.
because
Okay.
because I'm not posting on social media on Sundays.
On
I'm not
Sundays.
doing anything. Like I don't want
Right.
to do any back
That's good. Yeah.
office. Like it just helps me, get my mind together, help my kids prepare for the week, help me prepare for the week. So
Yeah, yeah, it's so important. And that's, you know, that's great balance. And
yes,
yeah, it's important for us to do that. Like pick a day where it's just like, and even like as a parent, like you got to pick a day for the kids where you're not doing
right,
anything either, you
right.
know? So,
It's
well,
not easy, but
no,
you make it look easy.
you know, I had this like my photographer here. That's what she always says. She's like, you make it look so easy. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what else to do. I'm like, I still gotta show up, you
Yes,
know?
you make it look so easy. Like I love how you do like your little clips, and it's like you can tell you with your kids, but you're not just taking pictures of your kids, but you make it, you know, about being a mom. And I'm like, I can't figure out how to get that shot. Like, I don't know.
Like of yourself, you mean? Or
yeah, like of myself, or we like the other day when you posted like you were at the beach, you know, it looked like a family outing. And I'm like, when I'm in that moment, I don't even think to do anything.
And that's good. And that's good because I'm terrible. Every time I say, because I'm like all about like, I'm like, I have to capture this, I have to capture that. And I tell myself all the time, like even like with capturing pictures of my kids, I'm like, we're going to go to the beach. I'm not taking any pictures. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. Oh wait, where's my phone? And then here's my phone. And then like, you know, if like a certain app is open and you left that app open and you click your phone open, they're like, oh, like, what is this? So like what you do, like that's great.
Yeah,
so every time I'm like, I'm gonna leave my phone in the car and I'll just take like my regular camera. And I'm like, oh, but what if my husband needs to reach me? What if I need to do this?
I know.
And, you know what I mean? So that's great how, you know, that you can really, that's important. That's still a challenge for me.
Yeah.
And
it's a working challenge. So guys,
definitely.
if you are like struggling, just know that everybody's on that struggle bus.
Yes.
Being a parent, a wife, you know, just whatever, an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
It's not easy.
Doula says, yeah, I be forgetting all the time. I know you do, Doula. You forget about yourself too. You don't be taking pictures. Doula came up here and we went to a tea party. And every 2 seconds, I'm like, oh, wait, we got to capture this. And I'm like, Doula, where's your phone? You're not capturing anything. She said, oh, yeah, that's right.
That's me, Doula. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's grab my phone real quick.
Right. But that's good, though, to live in the moment. Like, that's a huge lesson. Because I feel like, and that's one of the other reasons I did the challenge, too, because I feel like sometimes I'm on autopilot. And, you know, like, you're not enjoying the moment. You're just, like, you know, trying to capture things. And then before you know it, it's over. You're like, oh, wait, how was it? You know, because you're, like, behind your phone. So.
And then even now, like, when I look around my house, I have so many pictures of my oldest child, but my youngest, it's like she don't even exist.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh my goodness. She's gonna be like,
exactly.
She's gonna feel like the stepchild.
Second child.
They say it gets worse.
Right. Hi guys. We just popped in Valtrees.
Yes, good evening, Valtrees, Kendra's, Hope, Dion.
Hi guys.
So let's see.
Oh wait, before you go on. So guys, if you have any questions for Brittany or myself, drop it in the question box. So we don't forget. If you put it in a comment, we might lose it, or you know, Instagram is weird. Brittany might not see it, or I might not see it. And I don't remember, Brittany, did you introduce yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so for those who are just popping on, Brittany is an aesthetic nurse. If you guys have any questions for her, she has so much great stuff going on. So ask her all your questions. If you're a nurse and you're trying to get into aesthetics, or if you're an esthetician, like Brittany's well-rounded. So
yes, I'm an esthetician. I'm a nurse, and so I know both sides.
Questions. Yes. She got the
welcome, Ashley. Okay, so Abby, how did you get into aesthetics?
How did I get into aesthetics? So I started out as a makeup artist in 2013. And I took like an advanced course, and I did that for like 3 years. And my clients used to ask me about their skin all the time. And I couldn't, like, I was able to answer certain things because I used to look up certain things about skin, about like food intake and what causes breakouts and stuff like that. So I knew, like, you know, I was always into health and wellness. So I knew a lot of stuff on how to like take care of your skin from like the inside out.
Right.
But I wanted to, you know, be able to answer their questions on a higher level. So that's why I went to aesthetic school. Not even to become an esthetician and to get into skincare. But once I got into aesthetic school, I like fell in love with skin, with waxing and everything like that. So That was 2015. I went to aesthetic school. And then I finished in 2016. And I pretty much haven't really looked back on makeup since. I do it
Wow.
from time to time. Yeah, when people request me to do makeup for them, I'm like, I refer them to people.
Really?
Yeah, because like once I got into aesthetic school, I'm like, wow, like I can fix your skin, you
Right,
know,
where
like
you
we
don't need
can,
makeup.
where you don't need makeup, even though I still love makeup. It's, you know,
Right.
it's
It's a useful tool.
yeah. However, like I'm like, wow, like I can really like, you know, get you to your like real skin goals. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, I haven't really looked back. So that's how I got into aesthetics.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Makeup was literally my worst um
I think I
subject.
remember you saying that.
And everybody always asks me about makeup. Like, do you do makeup? Can you do my makeup like yours? I'm like, girl, it took me 2 hours to do my makeup. Okay, and that's when I
Right.
do my makeup because I cannot do makeup at all.
Wow, wow,
I
yeah.
cannot do makeup. Only thing I can do is glue some lashes and tint
Uh-huh.
my eyebrows, and that's it.
Listen, that's all you need sometimes because brows shape the face and eyelashes like pops.
Right, that's it.
So those are two like big tools with makeup.
Right.
And you
Yeah, I
want to
don't
know the
know.
truth? My lashes are so curled, I barely do my own lashes. Like the strip.
Really?
It's so annoying. Like I literally like my
Wow.
last photo shoot, I went to with my makeup artist. I'm like, I need some lashes. Can you put some lashes on me? Like I'll pay for people to put strips on me. I hate
Wow.
I can't. It's so annoying. Like I can do it on anyone, but on
Right.
myself, it's so annoying to put strip on on my
Oh
eyes.
wow. Oh yeah, I love a good strip. I can do the individuals. I don't even like the clusters. If they take too long, I don't have
Uh-huh.
30 minutes to sit.
You're like, yeah, one and done.
Yes, that's me. And then I can take them off at night.
Right, right. So those are strip.
Yeah, these are just
Those look
strips.
good.
I just put them on, take them off, and that's it.
Yeah, those look really good.
Thank you. And I have my day. I have one day a week where if I'm really not doing that, I don't feel like it, then I'll just wear no lashes. I have one client and she's like, I went to a community event and she was hosting it. And she was like, you look so different with lashes. And I was like, you seen me with lashes before in the spa? She's like, no. She's like, I never seen you dressed up. You just have scrubs and then you just come in.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. So yeah, and that goes back to like getting back to you, you know,
Hmm.
like just like showing up and just dressing up
Being
for no reason.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it feels good. It definitely
Yes.
feels good.
Yes. And not have to worry about the worldly or, people's opinion or what you feel. You can
Right.
just wake up and be comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we talked about Abby. Let's talk about Esthetician University. So how and when did Esthetician University
Come
come
about.
about?
Esthetician University was born. What year are we in? 22. It
Hmm.
was born in 2021. So I started this page February 2021. And it wasn't because I was like, oh my God, I want to start like a whole esthetician school or anything like that. I had my other page, my a beauty page, and
Hmm.
it was just getting messy, like for me anyway,
Yeah.
because I have my clients who come into the spa. So then I was like marketing to them. Then I was marketing to estheticians, marketing to spa professionals. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm just confusing people. I'm like, I need to
Hmm.
create a second page. And that's how I created a second page. And like 2 months prior to that, I started I launched my first digital product in I think it was 2020, December 2020. And because we share the same, like back then, like the same coach anyway. You
Hmm.
guys all know, like I don't know if you guys on here who knows Candace, and Brittany and I both work with Candace.
Right.
And like that's one of the biggest things that like I've learned from her. And she was like, you know, she used to always talk about digital products and like things like
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm like, man, I need a digital product. And that's how I came up with like the vendors list thing. Even though like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff that I've learned from her, like I've always wanted to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even like with makeup, like when I went going back to makeup, when I first went to learn makeup, when I went to advanced course, truthfully, it was so I can work at either MAC or Bloomingdale's.
Okay.
They never hired me. Never hired me. So I
Oh,
had to do my own thing. And my instructor,
right.
my makeup instructor, she was a business major. So I learned so much from her. Like when she had anything, I'm like, I'm shadowing you. I'm like, I'm there. Where are you going? I'm there. I used to shadow her. I
Right.
used to go with her all the time. And I learned a lot from her. And that's how I like the makeup thing came about as like a business, because I never really thought about it like that. Because I was just like,
Mm.
yeah, I'll work, you know, I'll work wherever. And then like moving fast forward in esthetician world, I was even before aesthetics esthetician university, I became a coach, not a coach, a mentor for a
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit organization. So I've been mentoring for probably, I don't know, like 3 years or so for a nonprofit
Oh,
organization in
okay.
my area.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was always into like startup business and things like that. I was always passionate about doing that. But like with the aesthetic world and stuff like that, that's why I tell people all the time, like having a coach, like people are skeptical
Mm-hmm.
about getting coaches and things like that. But one of the biggest things is like it helps you to like see things that you know you have in your head, like you're capable, you have the skills, you
Right.
have, you know, but you really don't know how to go about like marketing it or like how to get it out there, or even knowing that what you're offering, like you can turn it into like a whole business, right?
Right.
So yeah, so that's like the backstory on how esthetician
Oh,
university got
wow.
started. And you know, now it's like it's transforming into like so much, because I was always passionate about mentoring anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So like I turned it into like a whole like, you know, coaching business.
Yeah, I think that's amazing because, like I said, you were my first coach, and I didn't know
Yeah.
anything. I'm like, I don't want to do Instagram. I don't want to do lives. I don't want to post every day. Like, that's not what
I
I
know,
want
I
to
know.
do.
And it's funny because like certain people, I'm like, oh my God, can you please? But Brittany, like I always knew Brittany had it in her, so I used to laugh at her all the time. I'm like,
Yeah,
Brittany, come on, what are you doing? You know?
I know. And I always try like to implement, but I'm a person like I have to do it on my own time, but I always do it. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. And you
Like
did.
it's just like, and then even going out to the community and meet people, I was like, what am I supposed to say with these people?
I
What is
know.
this supposed to? And now it's just like it's just come
It
natural.
flows.
I'm just like in a
Yeah,
room. I'm
because
just
you
like,
already had it in you.
hey,
Yeah,
you think
yeah,
so?
of
Or did you
course.
just train me to do it?
No, you already had it in you. If I had to train you, you wouldn't be where you are now. Because if I had to teach you to be what you are, that would take
Mhm.
me years to teach you that.
That's true.
You just need it a lot of times. That's why it's important to have like a coach, mentor, whatever. Because a lot of times we already have it in us. We just need
Yeah.
that push to let people, you know, see that like we can. So my subscription boxes came about, right? Candace, I don't remember how it happened, but she messaged me. She's like, she was already my coach. And she wanted me, she's like, I want you to teach a class. And this is like the old group.
Hmm.
I don't remember which expo this was, which expo group this was. And I'm like, what the fuck? I never say no. So I'm like, yes, I will teach a class. I'm like, what the heck am I gonna teach? You know? Even though I knew, like I had notebooks, I had stuff on, like I used to go to like pre-pandemic, I used to go to a lot of like business stuff in my area. Like I have like
Hmm.
books and books, like even like I've trained like people like Grant Cardone. So like I have stuff, but like
Oh,
until you're asked to like do a certain thing, you're like, oh shit, like I'm put on the spot. Like what am I'm gonna say yes. So what
right.
I did, I went into like esthetician groups and I'm like, what do people need the most? So
Hmm.
that's how I came about with like the multiple stream of income class. So that was my very first class that I taught.
Oh,
And yeah,
wow.
and I still love it because I feel like a lot of times people in our industry feel like, oh my God, like, let's just say Botox, for instance, like, oh yeah, like all I can do is Botox. And they don't think like I can sell this, I can do this, I can do that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because like being a service provider, like that's not, let's just say you want to get rich, like that's not going to get you rich. Like trading your
No.
time for money, like you got to bring other things in.
Mm-hmm. And not
So
only that, I mean, you have to think about it. There's going to come a time in your life where you're not going to be able to use your hands as much, because we are like service providers who use our hands a lot. And then I don't know.
absolutely.
I'm thinking about carpal tunnel,
It's true. Yeah.
arthritis, and then eventually you're
Or
not going to be
something
able to use your
happening, God
hands.
forbid, and you can't work. Yeah.
Right. And so then what are you going to do? You know, like even if it's something simple as going on maternity leave, you know, something simple. But you're
Exactly.
still going to have to make money some kind of way, especially being an entrepreneur. Your
Hmm.
business just can't stop just because you're not
Right.
there. So having multiple streams of income is so beneficial.
So beneficial. Let's check
Mm-hmm.
in on these guys. Um, Hi, Brooklyn Blossom. Uh, how are you guys doing? How is this going for you guys? Do you guys have multiple stream of income? Drop a 1 if you do in the comments. Are you
Yes.
guys awake? Are you here?
I know. Thank you guys for staying up late with us.
Thank you. So drop a 1 if you sell anything or do anything outside of just like your services.
Your service.
And drop a 2 if no. Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Eflo Ladula. Okay.
Yes. Hi
Okay.
Farbion Shark. How
Mm-hmm.
are you? So good. So you guys understand that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Right. And if you guys need help with creating multiple streams of income, Abby is your queen to go to.
Yes. And
So
Brittany,
please reach out to her.
are you dropping some? Because I know we talked the last time we spoke. Are you dropping something for
So
the nurses?
actually, I need to just talk about it because I do have like a chemical peel course that
Awesome.
I need to drop because you know like there's been a lot of incidents with the chemical peel just going wrong for whatever the reason is. I think it's just lack of education maybe on the provider side
Yeah.
and maybe on the client side as well. And so that caused a lot of room for error. So I have that and it comes with like the foundations to skin because a lot of times when we've been in the industry long enough, we forget like, oh yeah, I forgot that these ingredients do this or this can, you know, exacerbate this situation or, you know.
Absolutely.
So I have
Absolutely.
that. But I
So
don't know. I
yeah,
haven't
so
put it out.
Brittany, huh?
I haven't really like put it out
I know
really.
you haven't because we spoke about it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We spoke about it.
I
So Brittany
know.
is about to drop her class, guys. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, especially since chemical pill season will be coming up soon. I still do chemical pills in the summertime,
Oh,
but
you do?
yeah, but for like this has to be like a client who is like a regular who comes to me and I know like we've already
They're gonna
have that
listen.
right. They have that connection, you know, and they can absorb the information I'm telling them
Right.
and they're
Yeah.
not afraid to reach out for questions and they're,
Okay.
you know, they do their home care and I'm not saying like a 16 step, even they just cleanse, moisture and just
Right.
sunscreen. Like
SPF.
I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that because Brittany she's
yes.
great, and she's a nurse and she's an esthetician. So
I
definitely
am.
the best of both worlds.
Yes, it is.
So Brittany, before you ask me my next question, so Brittany took my subscription box class in like October or November.
hmm
No, was it
October and
November?
November because I had
Yeah.
them out for Christmas.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then Brittany enrolled in my 30-day boot camp.
hmm
So tell the people about that and how it was beneficial for you after that 30 days.
Yes.
Or not even
So
before the 30 days.
okay, so let's start with the boot camp. So at first, that was when I first met Abby. Um, a skincare class is going to focus on skin of color. Yes,
Yeah.
it does focus on skin of color, and not because skin of color is the only skin, but because if you can treat skin of color, then you can treat any color skin. So that's why it kind of focused on that.
100%.
Yes. But yes, I started back in the subscription box course because I didn't have any products. I didn't have anything. And honestly, I didn't even have a client. So that is why I started. I was like, I don't have a client. I don't know how to get a client. I post. I told all my family members. I send messages in my phone and nobody wants to book with me. And so I started the subscription box course. And so, like, Abby came in there, I think it was like maybe every night or every other night or something, came in. Or no, you did like a meeting. I think it was just like a couple hours long and talked about all the things that we could put in our subscription box and some ideas that you do. And, you know, just kind of made it easy and very simple to implement. So I did that. And then I launched my boxes. It was right before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I sold out of those and everybody likes them. And then when I sold out, that's when everybody, do you have any more boxes? Do you have any more boxes? I'm like, I don't have any more. So
yeah, Christmas is a big time.
Yes, Christmas is big and Mother's Day is big too. So yes, and so I did that. So that was very good because honestly, that was my only stream of income for entrepreneurship at that time. Like I was only doing subscription boxes. And then I was like, well, now that I have a product, now I need to focus on my services. How can I get clients into my door? Because I'm doing something wrong. It's something wrong with me. And so I enrolled into Abby's 30-day boot camp. And let me tell you, Abby came in there every day and was like, this is what you need to be doing. This is how you should go about it. And then I want to see receipts later. And then I don't want to be the only person in class that like don't have receipts for my assignments. I literally had to get out of my comfort zone, you guys. Like I said, social media was not something that I enjoyed. I really did not like it. I still don't like it, but it's a love-hate relationship that we have. Mm-hmm. And then what else? So getting over social media, getting over the fear of communicating people, just talking about my business. I didn't want to be that person, that pushy salesperson that everybody's running from, scared to click on their lives, scared to click on their page because they're going to be talking about their business. So I don't want to be that person, okay? But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care. Because the thing is, let me be honest, especially like when it comes to bigger brands, like, I don't know, Target or Walmart or anything like that, like, I don't open their emails all the time because I'm like, oh, I don't need nothing from them. Or sometimes I do because I'm like, oh, yeah, let me see if the item I need is on sale. So I'm afraid to open up other people's emails and lives because of that. But the thing is to be consistent and to do whatever you need to do to grow your business in a positive light. Don't be out there being shady. Don't be out there being shady, but do what you need to do to grow your business, because just because you say you open, people are not going to show up. People are not going to book. People don't even know. And if you think about
and they're watching. They might not need you at that moment, but they're watching. Like sometimes I have clients on Instagram, like, oh, I followed you like 6 months ago. And like for me, like for the Brazilian aspect of things, they're like, I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I've been so scared. So sometimes like people are watching. They're just waiting for that moment when they're ready. So like don't get discouraged. Just keep showing up. Like Brittany said, be consistent. And keep showing what you have. Keep showing up, because I had a client like that too. She's like, oh my gosh, I've been following. Actually, I was in Target and I was like passing out my little cards, and then I passed it out to one of the girls and she's like, I follow you on Instagram. I was like, you do? And she's like, yes. And she's like, I want to book soon. She's like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so my money is not very long, but I am going to book with you. And so, people watch you. People see you. Even though they haven't booked, people see you. People see you. Mm-hmm. And also to touch on that, Instagram and Facebook ads work. So I was in my area and I was on a drive-through, And I was, because sometimes I put like little pouches in my bag with my cards with little treats in it, and I hand it out randomly. And I gave
I
it
do
to a
that too. I
girl.
learned that from Abby.
Yeah, it's so powerful. And the girl, I handed it to the girl. She looked at it. She's like, "Oh my God, I just saw your Instagram ad." So if you guys don't think like Instagram and Facebook ads work, they really do, because people, it shows up on their, their feed.
In their
So,
feed.
when she told me that, I was like, "Oh, okay. So Instagram is doing this thing for my money."
The algorithm is working.
Listen, Instagram's a hater. Don't
It
kick me off
is.
Instagram, because
It is. Like, if your name is not on their list, on their VIP list.
Yeah.
That's how Instagram is. Instagram has a VIP list. I swear they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. They really do. And I'm like, y'all, you're not even showing me to my friends or my customers. Like,
Right.
listen, Instagram.
Yeah, that's Instagram. That's
Yeah.
Instagram. They have Instagram as a troll by itself.
Yeah. But look at you now, though.
I know.
Look at you.
I try to hop
Brittany's
on
out here
live when
going
I
live
can.
every day.
I tried. I did a challenge for myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do live 5 days in a row. Like, and I was able
Love
to
that.
do it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so,
You got to do stuff like that.
right, just for yourself. And so that's what I do. I'm not saying that I love it still.
Yeah.
It's a necessary thing. So
Yeah, and it's a great tool. I hate lives.
right.
People always think I freaking love lives. I'm like, I hate lives.
Right. And
I'm
then
like,
you have to think about the next generation. Like, Instagram is their phone book. Instagram is like their text message. Like, the younger generation, they don't text each other numbers. They DM each other, Like, and that's just the way of the world.
That exactly. You said it. Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm getting my old self out here on Instagram.
How are you guys doing?
Thank you guys for coming in so
late.
Welcome.
You guys can drop in comment just to, keep you interactive where you're from.
Yes. And if you have questions, let us know.
Let us know. Drop it in the question box.
So, Abby, what advice would you give an esthetician student?
An esthetician student? It would definitely go back to like the multiple stream of income thing. I would definitely say that all the things that I know now, I wish I knew as a student, because a lot of times when people are in school, they don't think that they can make money while they're in school. So I would definitely say start taking like business classes, start working with a coach, a mentor, seek out products that you can actually make.
Right.
There's so much that you can make that you don't need a license for. Like, let's just say, I'm just going to use soap, for instance. Like, if you decide you want to take a soap class, you can take a soap making class and make some soaps and start selling soaps. You can, if you can reach out to
candles, butters, oils.
Yeah. So I would definitely say start doing certain things to start generating income now, especially if you're a person who's considering opening your own business. At least that way, you can start generating money so you can get your business up and running, and definitely get like financial classes and financial literacy classes. Business education, fundamentals, and things like that. Not just skills. Like I always say, like, don't focus on, oh my God, like what advanced class am I going to take when I'm finished with this? I would say take your time on advanced classes, because you never know what direction you're going to go into. So start with the skills that you're already learning in school, and see what you fall in love with, instead of, because I know that sometimes people take a lot of advanced classes and do nothing with it, and it's just a waste of money, So definitely take your time with the advanced classes.
I 100% agree, because for me, like, I did it backwards. Like, I didn't start anything until after I finished aesthetic school, and partially, like, I should have been like doing pictures and like little things like that. and, you know, just bringing people along the journey. But I mean, I did go to school during the pandemic, so we didn't really have clientele. We didn't have clientele till like the
Oh,
last
okay.
month of school. Yeah. And then that's when we were able to get clientele. But no,
Wow.
we didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
get
hard.
clientele. We
That
had
was
to work
hard for the
on each
people who,
other. Yeah.
yeah. So, and just because you said the other thing is too, you can definitely start, creating your funnels, your text funnels, your email funnel, and start
Right.
collecting people's information as you work on them.
Yes, that's 100% true. Never work on anyone unless you have their information, simply because you want them to be a returning client.
Yeah.
And they usually want to be a returning client. You know, if they came to you once, then they usually will come to you again unless something crazy happened. But
Right, right, right.
that means they really like you because they
And you
already
gotta wow
vetted
them.
you.
You gotta wow
Yeah,
them and give them
right.
results. Because if you don't, they're not coming back.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Give realistic results because that's the big thing.
Right. Yeah.
Is the realistic results.
Yeah.
Yes. And
So
I like
that.
how you touched on the business courses and everything, because a lot of times, and that was me, I was that person where I paid all this money and I paid a lot of money for all these skills and advanced training. And then I had nobody to come and sit in my chair. So here I
Right.
am sitting on education. Then when I finally get someone in my chair, I'm like, should I take a refresher? Or, you know what I mean? So then you're spending
Right.
out
Right.
more money and
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
not beneficial.
Yeah. No. So definitely, guys, learn from people who have been there, who've done it.
Right.
So you can work with Brittany, work with myself. Ask us
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You're on this live. Ask us whatever questions you want.
Right.
Um.
Please
Yeah.
do. Because, you know, some of the things we learned the hard way. And so we already learned the hard way, so you don't have to do it the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah.
What advice would you give to an experienced esthetician who is trying to grow as an esthetician and as a entrepreneur? Because I know some estheticians are not entrepreneurs yet; they're working in spas, which is also great.
Right.
But then there are some that are entrepreneurs.
Same.
Yeah,
Pretty much
pretty
the
much.
same. Yeah. Um, I would say if you can, if you're working somewhere, that's great. Definitely stay close to like the owner, to like the lead esthetician, so that you can
Mm-hmm.
learn certain things, aspect
Right.
of the business if you're looking to, build your own eventually. I would say definitely stay as long as possible, grow your clientele. Depending on where you are, because some places you do have to sign a contract saying, non-compete type of thing. So just be
Mm-hmm.
careful with that. If you're in a facility where you're like on a percentage basis, and that, like, let's just say you're in a hair salon and you're just in a room, but you're in a percentage, definitely start collecting their information. So that when you are ready to move, you have a good amount of clientele to like
Right.
move forward with. That way,
Mm-hmm.
I would never like suggest that you get a space without like building up your clientele.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
you're an independent contractor and your percentage, like, it's a little bit different. But if you're in a place where you're straight up like paying rent, like that's, you know, that can you can be setting yourself up for failure like that. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely grow
Yeah.
your clientele before jumping.
Yes. Yes. Grow your clientele because you don't want your business to fall and then you have to shut down, start all over.
Right. Right.
That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing.
exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
always, and if you guys think about it, everything online or anytime you go shopping, they always ask you put in your email address so you can get special offers, or just even at the checkout line in Kohl's, or
Right.
wherever. That's what
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, you have to. You have
Mhm.
to. And I would definitely say, like, make sure, you guys are following up with with the people that come to see you. Because people,
Mhm.
as Brittany and I was saying in the beginning, like, as mom, as women, we forget about ourselves,
Right.
right? And so do these people who come to see you. Like, don't
Mhm.
get, crazy and like self-conscious, like, oh my God, they're not coming back to see me. I probably gave them a horrible service. No, people forget. about themselves. So, you know, like Target and like Ulta, you stay in these people's emails.
Right.
So that they don't
They
forget
send your
about
email often.
you.
That is
Stay
true.
there, like keep your business fresh in their head because they forget.
That's true. I remember when I first was doing like my client, my ideal client avatar, whatever, and I was like, well, what kind of client do I want? And I was thinking like, oh, I want a client like me. But when I really start thinking about myself, I'm not a good client.
Yeah.
I don't
Right,
open
right.
emails. I'm horrible about returning texts. I do my best to return a DM, and I might call you back, and I might not.
Right.
But
you're like, wait,
that's
I don't want me.
I don't want me. No. When I
Right.
come, I'm good and I'll cook good, but you know, just finding that time to have for myself is hard. So, you know, that's just how people are. Like, you just have to remind them that, hey, you need to come and see me. Hey, we need a visit. Hey, let's meet up and let's go over your revisit your skincare goals or whatever. Like, so you have to stay on people, because if you get a client like me, you're gonna have to call me several times.
A little bit. That kind of like hits the point of like you have to show up and attract what you want. So if you're showing up to your spa looking crazy, your hair's not together, you don't have makeup on, you're not put together, then you're gonna attract yourself. And people who nickel and dime, you know, on their self-care. So you have to become that person as well.
Right.
And because if you're not that person, you're going to attract who you are.
That's true.
You're going to attract a person who doesn't really care about self-care. You're going to attract a person who is looking for the next Groupon. You're going to attract a person who, you know, who comes to you like every 4 months, like, okay, you know, oh, I'm going on a date next month. Let me get my skin right, you know?
Right.
So it's also important to show up, you know, on your Instagram, show up in your spas, like, to the people who you want to attract.
Right. That is so
that's
true.
Important too. Yeah.
That is so true. Welcome,
it's hard
Allure
sometimes,
Beauty.
for sure.
It is very hard. It is very hard. And then like, you know, like you see, you know, I'm trying to think of a way to say it without offending people. But you see people on social media who don't look as professional, you know, and they like, you know, have on their hair caps, and then they like have on a t-shirt, they got bleach stains and a leggings and a Crocs. And I'm just like, girl, why did you record this video? Like, that does not make me want to come and sit in your chair.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you have to show up. You have to show up, you know, and attract, you know, the type of people you want. Because, you know, sometimes people show up and they're like you said, you know, that type of appearance, and then they attract those people, and all those people want is discounts, right? And they complain about it, like, oh my God, why am I attracting these people? Because that's how you're showing up. So that's why, you know, like we talk about like the professional photos all the time. Like you gotta do your professional pictures, because if you don't care about you, if you don't care about your business, if you think your business is just like whatever piece of junk, and a piece of blurry picture or blurry video, then that's what you're gonna attract, right?
That is
like,
so
okay,
true.
well, if she's not investing in herself and her business, like why should I invest in her or her business, you know? So
and that is so true. Welcome in, Sensational Faces.
Hi,
And
Sensational
Allure Beauty. Yes. Yeah, that's true. So attract the type of clientele you want. Because remember, when you're showing up on camera, that is the type of client that you are attracting your marketing to. And you don't even know you're marketing to them, but those are the ones who see you and who pay attention.
Show up in excellence, guys.
Right. Let's see. 3 things you wish you knew before you started your business.
3 things I wish I knew. 3 things I wish I knew before I started my business. 3 things I wish I knew before I started my business.
I know
Um,
it's so many. It's like, where do I start?
3 things I wish I knew before I started my business. Um, I wish I knew it was gonna be this challenging.
Yep, people talk
um,
about it, but you don't really know until you
right.
get. You like, what?
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay.
Yeah, getting clients is one thing, keeping clients is another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, even
Yeah.
though like my retention is pretty good, I wish I knew more about like I learned more about like the retention factor. Um, wow. What else do I wish I knew before I started my business? I wish I knew about business credit before I started my business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That came about after. So that's two. Three, I wish I knew better how to track inventory. Because as easy as it may sound, like it's not that easy, you
Yeah.
know? So I would say those are the 3 things.
Yeah, and
I'm
especially when
sure,
you,
like you said, I'm sure there's others and probably other bigger things, but
there's so
those are the
many
two.
things that it's hard to just pick three. And when
So I'm
and
gonna
go
say,
back to inventory, like I was just thinking the other day, I was like, man, I could have sworn I just ordered some alcohol pads and some 4x4s. Like, where are they going? And so
right,
this week I was like, okay, anytime I do anything, I'm going to count out
right,
how many I use. I'm like, okay,
yes,
let's see. This procedure, I only need at the max 5, alcohol pads or
mm-hmm,
3, 4x4s, whatever. Because I mean, a lot of people don't think that that little stuff adds up. And
right,
so you're like, where did my inventory go? Or when I'm like constantly changing my gloves, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've
right.
been on
You
this
gotta
one
calculate
client,
all
and
that stuff.
I've changed my client. One time I changed my gloves 6 times on one client.
Yeah, yeah. With
I'm like, okay,
microneedling, you
to
said?
prevent that, what can I do? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
next time, I'll just have all my things at the table side that I need, so I won't have to keep taking them off and grabbing
Yeah,
things, you know,
exactly,
because it
exactly.
all adds up.
That's a great tip right there.
Hmm. It
That's
all adds
definitely a
up.
great tip. Yeah, because all those things definitely add up. So yeah, guys, it's definitely important to make sure you calculate like every single service that you do. You have to
Hmm.
know how much you're putting out in expenses.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people like put a certain price and people will challenge you like, oh, why is your price? My price is my price because I give you quality products. Like all
Hmm.
the backward products are, quality. Like you got to put everything into perspective.
Right.
So
Guys, alcohol pads, like every little thing adds up. Even like Q-tips, like sometimes I'll use Q-tips, especially if I have like injections, and the client's like, "What should I get?" And I'm like pointing at their face with a Q-tip. I'm like, "Oh, this costs money. Oh, it just fell on the
right.
floor. Oh my gosh!" Like, "Oh no, you can't sit." You know, like it adds up
Yeah.
so fast.
Yes, because you have to know how to, calculate your return on investment
Hmm.
for each service
Right,
accurately.
that
Um,
is true.
Green Face Z says, good evening, ladies. I joined at the right time. I'm currently an SC student. Yes. And we're going to save this
Yes.
live because we already
Yes,
touched
we're
on
going to
that.
save this line. Welcome in.
Yeah. So if you're
Welcome
not
in.
making money as yet, you should be making money already as a student.
As a
So
student.
yeah, listen to this live. And if you have any questions, we can help you out. DM us.
Mm-hmm. Please do, because Abby has some good products to help you get started making money today.
Today, yes,
Today. That
definitely.
way you can pay for your SC tuition.
Right. And you don't have to have, a what's it called? A student loan hanging over your head for five
Right.
years.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Let's see. What would you like the SD community to know about Esthetician University, and how can you serve them?
So Esthetician University, I like that question because when one of the other reasons I opened this page was I wanted to really help other estheticians. And one of the biggest things that I started out doing was showcasing other estheticians and other spa professionals. And then, you know, as the months go move forward and things like that, and like certain things started changing, I was getting lost in, you know, the whole reason I opened this business. And so if I don't know if you noticed lately, like I've been getting back into, you know, promoting people on the actual feed. And I love like putting, you know, spa professional on my page and like their bios and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's one of the biggest things. Like you know, this page is about promoting other, you know, people in our industry and, you know, helping people to get to like a certain level quicker than it took me. And, you know, just giving like the proper
Mm-hmm.
education for more of like the business aspect of things. Although you'll see like I'll do like certain like classes and training for skills here and there, but I feel like our community is really lacking in like the business aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's really like, you know, the thing that I love in my specialty. And I'm really passionate about like startup businesses. Because I love seeing, you know, like you, like I love seeing like everything that you're doing now. And Brittany, and it's only 6 months in, you know,
I
it's six
know. Can
months
you
in and
believe
Brittany
that?
is doing amazing. And that's from like implementing. So like I love that. Even though like she worked with me in her earlier months, but it doesn't matter. Like that stuff is still instilled in her. And
Mm-hmm.
I just love seeing her grow and seeing like people that I work with like grow. Like that, like
Mm-hmm.
that's what fills my soul. You know, like seeing
Mm-hmm.
people that I've worked with, especially from like the start, and like just seeing them doing well and like growing, like that's what I love.
Yes.
So
Did you
yeah.
guys hear that? So green
But guy, you
face,
gotta implement. You gotta
you do
implement.
have to implement because I mean you can take the horse to the water, but if you don't drink the water,
Right.
then
Right.
it's just not going to help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Green Faces says, unfortunately, we don't receive the payments for services we provide, nor are we allowed tips for the majority of our clients or tips. I am applying to jobs in ATL area though. Oh, so yeah, Green Face. That's why you have to replay this live because Abby can show you how to make money, not like in school where
Right.
you can, create your own product. And not just focus on service base because sometimes realistically in life you may not be able to, you might not have no clients that week anyways, so you
Right.
might not be making money in a spa. But if you have like a product based business also, then you can make digital products or products period.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, rewatch this live because I think it'll be very
Absolutely.
helpful for you.
Yeah. And even if you're not, you know, considering making your own products right away, there are people in our community who does private labels, right? Like J. Jill
Mm-hmm.
Cosmetics. You can follow her as well. Green Face. You can purchase products from her wholesale or private label, and you know start selling your own products. I'm currently
Mm-hmm.
working on that. I think you guys. Yeah, so you can definitely replay this live. But yeah, reach out to us. We can give you some tips on how to,
Yeah.
you know, start
Absolutely.
generating some income while you're in school
While you're in
without doing
school.
services.
Right, without doing services. Because there may be some weeks where you don't even have any service to do. So that's the
Yeah.
most important.
And
So,
start recruiting people outside of the school. You know, even if you start with your friends, your families, at least that way you can charge them whatever, maybe do it for them for free. I don't know, however you want to do it. And they can tip you. And then you can get like
mhm.
products and sell them the products.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'll practice on you for free, but you gotta pay for this product.
Right.
Right? So
hmm So yeah, you definitely should watch this live again because I think it'll be helpful for you. And don't limit yourself to just worrying about what your school allows you to do because your school is just one entity and it's so
yeah,
many other ways to make money. So no
absolutely.
worries. We couldn't do like I said, I was in a pandemic, so
Yeah, that's
we didn't
hard.
have any clients other
Anyone
than
who went
each
to
other.
aesthetic school during pandemic, man, that was hard because you guys had to like really, really seek out like
I
help, like
know. We
after,
have
like
to
hands
seek
on.
help because one, your teacher didn't want to like teach you anything because they're afraid. It was just a
Yeah.
fearful time for everybody.
Yeah. And
So
that's why like
yeah.
Was it last year? Last year, I was doing classes. Actually, I did several classes for free for people who went to school during 2020. Because I'm like,
Oh,
damn, I
that's
feel bad for these girls.
nice.
I'm like, that's hard. Like, hands-on is like you need hands-on. So I did
To
like a
get
few
your
workshops.
rhythm and your flow, yeah, you really
Yeah.
do.
Mm-hmm.
You really do. You can only read so much.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow lately too. That's the crazy part. Oh wow. What school do you go to, Green Faces? I probably won't know it anyways. Atlanta got like 10 million schools. I only really know like three.
Oh, she's in Atlanta?
I think she said that.
Oh, okay,
Or
okay.
maybe I made that up. No, she said she's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
I was gonna say, I really...
you have Brittany right there, so reach out to Brittany. Maybe you
Yeah,
can
help me
intern for her.
style. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that one. See, I don't even know why I asked, because I was like, I don't know that school. Oh, you're in Buckhead. Well, I'm in Douglasville, so I'm here. So if you need some help, just let me know. But
Yeah,
I'm so glad we have this live, Abby, because actually I was just talking to a physician, a doctor friend of mine, and she was basically saying like in medical school they learn all these skills on how to, help someone, but when it comes to the business side, they don't know how to run a business. And you
right,
would think by now they will include some
right,
kind of business
right.
program in
Crazy.
school, especially like all the doctor's offices. That, I mean, now it's kind of different because a lot of the bigger hospitals are buying the
Yeah,
smaller hospitals. But back then, like there were so many doctor's offices like everywhere, and physicians and everybody struggle with how to run a business.
right.
That's a
Yeah,
struggle for everybody. If you don't know, that's why usually everybody has a coach.
exactly, exactly. And too, like, I feel like some of these practices wouldn't have to sell out their practice
Right.
if,
If they
they
learn
had,
the
first of
business.
all, like proper people running their businesses and,
Mm-hmm.
people with a proper business background and things like that. I mean, like sometimes like it's inevitable or sometimes you just get to a point where, it's like time, like it's time to
Right.
sell this business, time to sell this practice. But some people who, close down or go out of business or sell in like the early stages, like sometimes that's like the big factor.
Mm-hmm. That
It's
is.
just
It's the
the
lack
lack
of
in the
business literacy.
yeah. Yeah.
There's so much
We
that
have a
goes into it.
question here. I don't know if it does it pop on your screen.
It does. It says, so this is from Touch Not My Anointed. How can you start a business on a low budget? What would you do first? Good question.
Good question, Vicky. So just because I'm gonna target what you do, Vicky, just because I already know your business. So Vicky, she does teeth whitening. So for you,
Okay.
Vicky, like starting teeth whitening business is already on a low budget. Like you can do that easily on a low budget. One thing that you can do is go into like other spas or other businesses. Like you can even go into like a Medspa, and offer, like you
Mm-hmm.
can go into like spas like once a month, twice a month, and start generating income that way. Like you literally, all you need is obviously you got to take your classes, whatever you need for that. And then just your machine, you can get like a portable equipment for like under $500.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you can literally start making money with under $1,000.
Right. And that's a good idea to go into other spas, because let me tell you, I did learn how to do teeth whitening. I took a course. I absolutely hate it. It's not on my menu. It's like, I still have it available, but it's like on a secret menu, I guess. But if somebody said, hey, let me come in every Tuesday and Thursday, do
Right.
teeth whitening, I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. And the other thing that you can also do is if you don't want to be bothered with like other spas right now, you can do like a tea whitening party. You can rent out a hotel room.
Mm.
I don't know what you guys have in Atlanta, but DJ just put me on to like Peer Space. because we did one of our events there last 2 months ago. You can get onto Peerspace. You can rent a room for like $45 and rent it for like 2 hours and do like a tea whitening party. Have some, I don't know about food since it's tea whitening, but however you want to do it. But you can rent out you can rent out a hotel or Peerspace and just do like a little tea whitening party. And have some products. Make sure you have some products and sell like the home care kit and things like that. And boom, you're generating income for your next step.
Yep. That's good. Some other things you can do. Let's see. I don't know. You can sell do like products like butters and oils, those type of things. What else is a good, non-expensive? It's just so many things. It's just finding the creativity.
Yeah.
Within
and
yourself.
She should be dropping her subscription box soon because she took that class.
Okay, girl.
Yeah, and she took it with the body butter. She took it with the body butter with JJ and I. So she's equipped.
Okay.
Come
so you
on,
just
girl.
have to do it.
Let's go.
You just have to do it. Start talking about it. You can start pre-selling your subscription box courses. Start pre-selling. It's like, hey, available on this day, before they sell out. I'm not good with all that wording, but just pre-selling.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, guys. So that's definitely a great tip too. The pre-sale. You can sell it before you even have it in your hand.
Sure can. That way you know how much product or whatever you need to make or buy. So that's the thing, is to just do it. So it sounds like you have the tools. You just have to implement them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Are there any other questions, guys?
Do you guys have any other questions?
They have many options for home studios. Oh, Peerspace. Okay, in-laws. I've used it for a party. Okay. Peerspace.
Yes, you're welcome. You got this, girl. You got this.
You can do it. I know it's hard to do it, but you can do it. And also, don't be afraid to ask people to collab. Like she said, going to a spa or just telling people about your business. And at first, I was that person, but when I realized, in my spa, I'm with the doctor. It's in a physician's office, and so it's a lot of sales rep that come in there every day, unannounced, don't have an appointment. They just come in.
You see that?
One day it was 4 of them. They just pop up, and I'm just like, "Can I help you?" And they're like, "Yeah, we want to tell you about our product."
Love it. Because I remember, I was like, Brittany, I'm like, you need to collab with people in your area. She's like, I don't know anybody. I'm like, you're in Atlanta. You know everybody.
Right. Even if you don't know anybody, you know them.
Yes.
Act like you know them. That's what I do. I'm like, hey, girl, how you doing?
Girl,
how you been? That's how I always do.
Yes, guys. So, thank you, Brittany, for this. This was amazing.
Yes.
If you guys are in Atlanta, if you guys are looking to take chemical peel class, is your chemical peel class going to be in person or?
So it's actually digital right now. But it's amazing. Don't worry. And I will do a demo also. And so I need to just put it out.
Put it out. Put it out.
I need to do it. It's there. It's made. It's together. I need to just do it.
Do it. Just do it. So stay tuned, guys. She's gonna drop it within the next week or so. So you guys can sign up for that. They do that in here. So yeah, stay tuned. And Brittany got you. Brittany got your back.
I love you. You can do another. I want to learn about dermaplane. You know what? I am working on a dermaplane class. Someone told me to do dermaplane. I was like, do people really want to know about dermaplane? But apparently so.
Yeah. No, dermaplane is one of those quick wins, so to speak. It's like instant, the insta glow. I love dermaplaning.
Right. I love dermaplaning too.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
My phone is not charging, is on 4%, and I'm sick of losing all my lives. Because it happens a lot. Like I just get, it shuts off and then the live is
Oh
gone. But I'm on 4% and I really want to save this live. You guys, you can when I post this live, you can definitely put in comments how this was beneficial to you, how it was helpful, and what your takeaway was. That would be
no.
great. And definitely, if you're not following Brittany as yet, follow Brittany. If you're not following me, definitely follow me.
Yes.
We have some amazing things. I have a lot of stuff in the teaching world, coaching world. I don't do too many skill training. I do have a workshop coming up that I collab with like some other girls. So that's in July. You guys can still sign up for the Get Back to You challenge. That's still live. It's going to be the second week of July. You can go to link in the bio. Check that out. Brittany is about to drop her chemical peel class. You can sign up for that. And within a week, right?
She's put a time frame on.
Put a time frame on it. So check her out. But Brittany, thank you. Thank you for your time. This was amazing. I feel like if my phone wasn't gonna shut off soon, we would literally be here for another like 2 hours.
Most likely.
I love your energy. I love everything that you're doing. I'm so proud of you. Guys, you can do this. Brittany, everything. If you guys are following Brittany and following her page and everything that she's doing, literally 6 months, and this girl is kicking all the doors down that she needs to kick down, and she's doing amazing. So check her out, follow her story. I'm so proud of her. It's been 6 months, guys. So you can do this.
6 months. You
can
do
this.
it.
I will save this live. I'm gonna save it now before it shuts off. But thank you guys.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good night.
Have a great night. You follow her already. Perfect. All right, Brittany.
Bye. Good night, Abby.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.